Now let's take a second to talk about what is agoraphobia. For those of you who are watching who have it, you're well aware of it. For those watching for someone else, uh, I applaud you for taking the moment and time to do that. But let's go over some of the fundamentals of agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is, the Greek definition is fear of the marketplace, which isn't real accurate. Um, Agoraphobia can be summarized easily with kind of like the fear of panic attacks, um, is what it really, in a lot of cases, comes down to. Um, a person who has a panic attack, they feel all the sensations they go through, the difficulty breathing, the eyes dilating, sweaty palms, heart racing, stomach clenching up, getting uncomfortable, nauseous, the dissociation, feeling like you're dying, all of these feelings, especially the feeling of dying, for me in particular, are very strong. They're very powerful because your body's natural fight or flight response is telling you that there's something to fight here or there's something to run from, except for when you look around, there's nothing to actually fight and there's nothing to actually run from. So you start feeling that impending doom that you're going to die because there's nothing to get away from. Um, and I like to use an analogy here for people to understand it a little bit easier. If you have a fear of water, because you can't swim or things like that, and a true phobia of it, you know, and the phobias are just irrational fears, which means, a controlling fear, fear that takes over your rational thinking. If you had a fear of water, you could, for the most part, live your life with that being unknown by just avoiding the water. You don't have to go near water. Um, you don't have to go to the beach. You don't have to go to the lake. You don't have to do these things. But what if you had that fear of water and we're on a deserted island surrounded by water? Well, then you can't escape from it. It's there everywhere. Um, you have a fear of spiders, and for whatever reason, you're stuck in the Amazon jungles. Or a fear of snake in the same scenario. These fears that people have, most people have at least one irrational fear of something: spiders, snakes, water, heights, flying, something or another. Um, Picture that fear and try to picture a world where it's everywhere around you. Um, where every step you take is there's a spider right there, or there's a snake right there, or you're, um, you're scared of heights and on a tight wire. This is the reality for agoraphobia. Is that the fear is everywhere. It's surrounded around you. So you can't escape it. You normally have a comfort spot. Normally someone's home or a person is what they use as something that makes them comfortable and the place that they feel safe from this. The same way that um, if you had a fear of spiders or snakes, then you feel less scared of them inside your house because the odds of having a snake in your house are fairly slim, so you don't think about it inside your house. It's a safe place. But if everywhere you went outside there were snakes everywhere, um, then imagine the difficulty it would take to go to the mailbox and check your mail. If your yard is covered in snakes, you're terrified of them. Think about what it would take to check your mail, or spiders everywhere, or whatever your fear is. Um, when you take those kind of perspectives, then to all the people who will talk to people with panic attacks or panic disorder or agoraphobia and use terms like just get over it, man up, whatever terms that you hear people say, once they can find an analogy that makes sense in their head, because this is a fear of something that they don't understand. I mean, they don't understand it because they don't experience it. I don't have a fear of spiders. I don't have a fear of snakes. So I can't empathize with it, um, but I can understand that it's real to them. And now that don't mean that they can't get better. And I'm not saying that everyone should just feel sorry for people with agoraphobia, um, because they can't fight this, they can't get better. No, just like any irrational fear, yes, you can get better, yes, you can fight it. But you can't help somebody with a disorder like this until um, you can truly try to put yourself in their shoes and understand what it must be like. Um, so, as we continue this journey of agoraphobia help, which is designed specifically to find help for people everywhere who have agoraphobia, can't get to the doctors to get treatment. They need some tele-psychiatry kind of methodology to get through this, so they can get up to a doctor. They need help. They need to be able to have a doctor seeing them, using Skype or something of that nature, until they can get on the right medications to where they feel strong enough and they can do the cognitive behavioral therapy, which is the fancy way of saying exposure therapy. And, expose yourself to it, expose yourself, expose yourself, expose yourself until you feel more and more comfortable. You start building that strength back up, the courage back up. Um, for those people who are homebound and need help, we need solutions. We need doctors in all 50 states who are licensed, who can help. Um, and we're going to find those. We're going to find a list of at least 50 doctors for all 50 states, and for international people, let us know what you need to, because we're going to find the solution. There has to be people out there who are willing to help. And this is a disorder that goes under the radar for the most part, and most people aren't willing to help. So we're going to prove that wrong. We're going to find solutions for everyone, including myself. I'm in Tennessee, and I need the same help. Um, so if you have this or know someone who does, please subscribe. Please keep watching. We're going to continue. We're going to find solutions. So keep hope alive, everyone.